here's the tip. And Horn tips it off to Kenny. Good start for the Skippers. Kenny will set it up. And Lee Vasquez will work on Kenny. Look out for Woonsocket, a star watch. Junior guard Antoine Jones. There's a swat collected by Vasquez. Antoine Jones, Scotty, arguably one of the best players in the state. So watch out for number 1 on Woonsocket. And Vasquez will set it up for the Villanovans. Kenny's on him. And Izzo will have his hands full with Antoine Jones, as we mentioned. There's Cotter, back up top, Jones, quick step by Izzo. Vasquez in the corner for 3. In and out, good rebound, Horn, tip to Smiley.
NK's got to get onto the backboards tonight to have a chance to win.
And Woonsocket is a big team, 3 players over 6'6". Kenny by Jones into Big Red in the middle. Ball stripped cleanly and collected by Vasquez.
2 bad possessions so far for NK.
Jones, quick step, loses the ball in the corner. LaPlante passes up the 3, shoots the jumper short, rebound, Big Red. Red Mountain to rebound.
Look for NK to try and impose their will, play their tempo tonight, a little slower pace than Woonsocket would like to play.
Kenny by Vasquez. Smiley into Horn. Drew the contact, no call, finishes anyway. And the early 2-0 lead for the Skippers as they draw first blood. 14:35 to go in the first half.
Look for Jamel to be real physical tonight.
Vasquez trying to get by Kenny. He does it short. Good rebound, Jamel. And a collision at midcourt. It's Jones. And the Skippers finish at the other end, but Jones is down. Now he's up. And a sign of things to come. Maybe we're going to have a physical battle here tonight.
You know, the Super Bowl is not till Sunday, but
right.
This could be a little precursor. I've already made the analogy to a couple kids in school. NK tonight is like the New York Football Giants going up against the undefeated, maybe the best team I've ever seen, New England Patriots.
So
maybe tonight's the time
the
to shock the
Woonsocket
world.
Villanovans are the best high school team you've ever seen, Scotty? Is that what I'm... Good attempt by Big Red. Up strong by Akinrola, and he'll go to the line. And Big Red is going to have to hold his ground. Whoever's inside tonight for the Skippers is going to have to hold their ground. Akinrola is a big kid, 6'5", and he's a load inside. And he'll go to the line for 2. And the first free throw rims out. The Skipper lead remains at 4-0, 14-10 to go in the first half. And another free throw coming for Akinrola. Wastes no time, does not get the roll. Rebound, Cotter.
Those are the second chance opportunities NK can't give up.
Aggressive take, no good by LaPlante, and Kenny will set it up, bring it up slow for the Skippers. You're going to see Woonsocket playing a 2-3 extended zone, Scotty. They're going to bring it up the back through to about middle of the paint. So Skipper should have some space inside. Horn gets the bounce. And the Skipper lead is 6-0. They're waiting for the extra point, Scotty. Super Bowl 42 is underway in North Kingstown. Off of Akinrola, it'll be Skipper basketball. And if the Skippers can get a big lead early, we should get the fans into it, and then should be able to actually use our home court advantage for one of the few times this season.
This is a big game. Crowd came out, and the support will be terrific for them to get a win
Kenny in the
tonight.
corner, had a 3, passed it up. Working on LaPlante. Big Red trying to get position on Akinrola. No easy task. Good hands by Izzo. Collecting the basketball. Gets by Artie just in the game. Horn goes up again, no good. Big Red had it, tipped away by Akinrola. Vasquez will bring it up. There's Cotter, the flashy Mohawk, off to LaPlante, no good. And Artie comes back down. Artie trips, no travel called. Vasquez collects, he'll set it up.
And another offensive rebound for Woonsocket early.
Off to Artie. Izzo has Artie now as Antoine Jones was shaken up a little bit on the second play of the game. Cotter by Smiley, stripped cleanly by Kenny. It'll stay Skipper basketball. And here's Antoine Jones basking the basketball game. It's a kid who we've heard can really fill it up late, Scotty. A kid who, East Providence, who the Skippers played in their last game. EP had them only down by 3 late. Jones hit 3 threes and a deuce inside. There you go, ball game. They won by 14. So, and there's the Villanovans on the board. It's Akinrola. And the skipper lead stands 6-2. 12:23 to go in the first half. Kenny will bring it up, working on Artie. Vasquez came out, Artie came in along with Jones when he came back in the basketball game. Kenny in the corner to Big Red. Skip pass into Horn, will go to the line and get two. And you talked about the importance of this game. You talked about the top four in Division I getting that by the first round of the playoffs. So definitely very important. Loser this game slips to third, arguably third or second, depending on how the tiebreakers go in Division I, and the winner has a good shot at first, even if it comes down to a coin flip. So Horn's first free throw is no good. So that bye obviously very important.
Right, and that's what this game is. It's a good measuring stick for the playoffs to come. Obviously, NK's established itself as one of the top teams, but a win here tonight would be huge in the eyes of basketball writers around the state. That's why we got the Providence.
That's right.
I
was just going to say, speaking of writers, we have quite a few of them in the house. And the Northeast Independent's Brian Pernicone will join us at halftime. And that's a travel on LaPlante. And the skipper defense looked good early.
Yeah, the big guys especially look like they've come to play. The other big game they had, Hendricken, they're kind of embarrassed inside. I think they're ready to go tonight.
I think a difference is also NK was frazzled early in that basketball game. Their offense was off, but looks a little better tonight. Smiley, errant shot off the backboard to rebound to Akinrola. They might need two guys to body Akinrola. He's a big kid. There's Antoine Jones. Akinrola. Oh! Jamel Horn says, get out! Jones rang the doorbell and Jamel Horn said, no one's home, Scotty. LaPlante forces it and gets the roll. And suddenly this place is even more energized than before. That SWAT got the Black Sea to its feet. But the skipper lead cut to 6-4 with 11 minutes to go here, and they're going to call a block on Jones. His first. And that's two team fouls on the Villanovans. And we're going to see Cord Lopez checking in for Nate Izzo. And it'll be Smiley to inbound. Wanted Kenny, gets Kenny. Already on Kenny, big three on the way. Mason got it!
He missed a couple of days of school with a sickness, but doesn't look like it's affecting his shot too much.
There was no way Mason Kenny was going to miss this basketball game. And the skipper lead 9-4. Jamel Horn with a big steal. I haven't blared the horn in a while, but there it is. Skip past Kenny, collected by Big Red, up and under, no foul called. Thomas wanted contact, so do the fans. And it'll stay with the skippers. And Artie comes out. And Vasquez back in the game for the Villanovans. Long pass out, Lopez. Working on Vasquez. Kenny skips it to Smiley. Trying to get by the smaller Jones. Good pass into Pearson. Big Red can't finish. It was blocked by Vasquez. Jones comes away with it up to LaPlante. Fumbled it twice, but collects himself, and he'll get to the line for a chance at an and one. Good recovery by LaPlante.
Yeah, he's got a couple points so far. Really the focal point of their offense inside. On the fast break, he's athletic, quick.
Akinrola is certainly a bigger body, but LaPlante definitely has Akinrola beat in the athleticism department. And the free throw is no good. Skippers lead still 9-6. And the Skippers need to take care of the basketball here, Scotty. Turnovers are just giving this team a chance to run in transition, and you do not want that. This is a quick, athletic team that likes to press and run the break, so NK wants to keep this a half-court game if they can.
Yeah, with Mason driving to the basket on offense a lot, it's got to be Cord's job to stay back and not give up the early fast break.
Horn was short, and there's LaPlante again with the rebound. And did it go off Vasquez? No, it didn't. And Vasquez into Cotter. Back to Vasquez, and it'll be Vasquez setting it up for the Villanovans. Kenny's got him. Dom Anderson in the game for the Skippers, and he's got a lot to handle with Akinrola inside, but don't doubt Dom. He's a pretty big body himself. Horn up ahead to Mason. And he gets hammered.
Doing offense and defense right there. Starting the fast break, getting it back from Jamel, going to the line.
Give and you will receive. I don't think anyone is faster than Mason Kenny when he gets out in the break. His first free throw is no good. When he gets out in open space, he's quicker than probably anyone in the state.
Dribbling with the ball, that's
Right.
his best talent is
Right.
one of those with the ball.
One of those guys who's faster with the ball in his hands. A shout out to the Villanova fans, but Kenny hits the free throw nonetheless, and the Skipper lead is 10-6 here. 9:30 to go in the first half. It'll be Vasquez for the Novans. Past Kenny into Akinrola. Horn fronted him. Harmon into the game for the Villanovans. Cotter's hit hard. He'll go to the line for two. And 3 fouls apiece for these teams. And Cotter will get a couple free throws. And his first free throw is good.
I'd say we've got like a 60-40 split tonight in the crowd. Give credit to Woonsocket fans, they've shown up well.
A lot of teams show up against NK, it seems. Cotter's second free throw rims out.
Well, this is a game where everyone's showing up.
That's right, look at the fans here. This brings joy to my heart. Lopez cuts, trying to get space. He does have space. Good pass by Kenny over the top to Horn. Back out Lopez. Thought about the three. Pulled it back. Tough pass. Good skip pass by Izzo. Kenny. Tipped around. Back out to Kenny. He'll set it up. Deep three, Mason. Got it! And the Skipper lead goes to 13-7. What were we going to say, Scotty?
That was pretty deep, wasn't it?
That had to be a 30-footer.
Our perimeter shooting is going to be big for us to get a win tonight.
That's why it's so important to have Mason back. Jones short. Jones battles for his own rebound. Cotter gets it. Vasquez in the corner steps. He on the floor. Thought he took a couple steps, but he was hit before. And the foul's going to be on Lopez. That's his first. Cotterill inbound. Tough pass into Harmon. Harmon's a big kid, but he's skinny. I think Jamel Horn's skinny.
Like Jamel,
yeah, but Jamel's got some weight on him. Akinrola a little deep for him, maybe not. When you hear about Woonsocket perimeter play, you hear about Antoine Jones, but Akinrola thinks otherwise, knocking down a big jumper there, and the Skipper leads 13-9. Kenny crosses up Vasquez, and it's a jump ball. Vasquez got the ball, Kenny was in the air, and that caused the jump ball. Big Red back in the game will give Jamel a rest. Good job by Jamel, active on defense and offense early.
Yeah, especially in the first couple minutes,
Right.
he really stepped up and said, we're here to play tonight.
He did say that, literally, word for word. And a big block out of him to get the crowd to their feet as well. Harmon working on Big Red. Looking to skip the ball to Vasquez, and he traveled. The Skippers lead at 13-9, 7:42 to go here in the first half. And Kenny will walk it up.
A defensive battle so far.
We don't want to see any more defensive battles after that last East Providence game. That was some ugly basketball. Shot on the way, no good. Tip by Kenny to Izzo, and it's good.
That was like a planned play. The missed shot, the offensive rebound, the pass, and then the layup.
Just like Coach Thomas drew it up in practice. And Mason Kenny doing it all like usual. Good defense by Dom Anderson. Big Dom doing his job. Backdoor to Vasquez. Mid-range jumper, no good. Lopez got it, tipped over the back. Over the back on Cotter. Good job by Cord to box out. The smallest guy in the court, Cord Lopez. It just shows that you don't need height to rebound the basketball. Just box a guy out. And Izzo replaced by Ryan Eaton. And Ryan Eaton will only add to the physical battle we've seen so far. Back to Lopez, 3 on the way, no good. Vasquez collects, he'll bring it up. Eaton's gonna mark Cotter in the corner. He does.
Oh,
Good denial by Izzo. Cotter threw it away. It's gonna be backcourt. Kenny tried to collect it. And as soon as Jones touched the basketball, the backcourt violation was called.
caught the point guard over there napping.
And a Woonsocket timeout brings the NK skipper faithful to their feet. And we will see the skipper cheerleading squad for the first time tonight.
First time in a long time,
That's
actually.
right. And an interscholastic sport. If you have been reading the Standard Times, you would know that.
Of course I knew
I'm
that.
sure you have, just not
They've
sure if
been a
all our
sport all
viewers
year.
have. That's right. So 2 sports for 1 tonight. And Coach Thomas has to be pleased, if not with the offense or at least the defensive effort, holding a very high-scoring, undefeated Woonsocket team with just 9 points here with about 7 minutes to go in the first half. So just got to start, I think, penetrate, kick out for a lot of the game, because it's going to be tough to score the ball inside with Ackenrola in there, Harmon in there, LaPlante in there. So
Mason's done a good job of getting into the teeth of the zone.
that's right.
And
And you have to just sit back and admire the talents of Sam Emmerich.
yeah, Mason's done a good job of getting into the teeth of the zone, finding the offense.
That's right.
And I think it won't be before long that we see Woonsocket go to the full court trapping press.
That's their forte, the 2-2-1 press. They play some half-court press, but also some full-court 2-2-1. And they like to pressure teams on offense and defense, so I'm honestly surprised we haven't seen the press yet. Acrobatic take by Kenny, no good. Collected by Ackenrola. Vasquez will bring it up. 6:30 to go here in the first half, a 15-9 Skippers lead. Jones by Lopez. Acrobatic take, no good. A rebound, Harmon inside. And Lopez comes away with it off to Kenny. He's got Lopez back, pulls up himself. Oh, almost got it, rimmed out. Rebound tipped around. And the Villanovans come away with it in the hands of Antoine Jones. And the prolific scoring of Antoine Jones has been MIA tonight. And they're going to call a reach on Anderson. Big Dom going to the floor. And Smiley, Horn, and Izzo back in the game. And they're going to replace Lopez, Big Red, and Ryan Eaton. Cotter will inbound. He's got Harmon. Horn's there. I think it's a good thing for NK if Izzo's on Jones. Good rebound by Jamel.
Jamel's got to be the force inside for NK against a tough team like Woonsocket.
Kenny swings it to Smiley. Inside to Dom. Dom lowers his shoulder, goes to the hoop, and he'll get rewarded with a couple free throws.
When a freight train like that's running at you, it's hard to take a charge.
That's right. There's no derailing Dom Anderson. I don't care if you move the train tracks. He's going to stay on the tracks. And to the line for 2. His first free throw's up and good. Dom trying to extend the lead to 8 here early. 5:35 to go in the first half. His second free throw, nothing but net. And with an 8-point, 17-9 Skipper lead, the Skippers well on their way to establishing themselves as arguably the best team in the state. Jones swings it to Plant, tipped away, back to Jones. Quick first step by Jones. Thomas wanted the hand check, didn't get it. LaPlante back up top, Vasquez swings it, Cotter. Cotter, good hands by Dom. And Scotty with the assist to Izzo. Good hands, buddy.
Thank you. I was practicing for that one all night.
And Cotter will inbound. Cotter's bleeding a little bit. No blood on the court. He'll take a seat. And we're going to see number 43, Samir Hasukic, checking into the game for the Villanovans as Cotter takes care of his bloody elbow. That bloody elbow. Into LaPlante. Almost lost it. Jones wants the ball back, gets it. Kenny wanted help. LaPlante mid-range jumper short. Long rebound back to LaPlante. And he traveled before the shot. I'm liking these refs early, Scotty.
That was the right call, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, they actually are calling a game so far, calling it pretty fair, in my eyes.
Well,
so,
obviously, we see through
That's right.
glasses.
That's right. Horn loses the ball in the air. Akernoa comes down with it. And Jones trying to get by Izzo. Vasquez thought about the three. Now he shoots it. No good. Off the back iron. Good rebound by Anderson. Baseball pass up ahead to Izzo. Izzo working on Jones. Tough take by Nate. Should have probably pulled it back there. Tried to go up and over Jones. It was deep.
Good aggressive take, but
yeah.
A little intimidated by that.
Usually he'll go to the, I'd say 9 out of 10 times he goes to the line on that play. And Hasukic working on Smiley just in the game for the bleeding Cotter. And Smiley collects. How about the Black Sea tonight, bringing some noise?
And if you look at the top three teams counting this game, it's the home team that's the factor.
No good. That's right. You're absolutely right. Woonsocket held its home court against Hendricken. Hendricken held their home court against us. Now it's our turn.
That's right. It's our turn.
Jones, quick first step. There, short. Look good in the air.
It's our turn, just like it's the Giants' turn.
All right. Tom Coughlin Jr. over here. A little Super Bowl propaganda for you on this Friday afternoon or Friday morning or night, depending on when you're watching our broadcast. Whenever it's most convenient for you, NK18. Vasquez pulls it back, swings it to Hasukic on the wing. And Vasquez will set it back up. 3:20 to go here in the first half, 17-9, Skipper lead. Vasquez pulls it back, LaPlante thought about it, got Horn in the air to the rim.
NK doesn't really have an answer for a guy like that going hard to the basket. I don't know why they're not doing that more often.
He sold him on the up fake and right to the rim. Good pass to Horn! Oh, and he dunks over the top! Jamel Horn!
The crowd gets up. The bench gets up. Oh,
and Horn is pumped!
Jumping up and down.
Oh, wow!
Camera crazy at its finest.
I don't have any words, and it's going down! And Lenore Cranston Gymnasium is alive tonight!
Oh, it's
wow!
Baby. This is what it's all about. This is what you dreamed about when you signed up for this gig.
The Black Sea says, let's go! And this is the loudest I have heard this gym since I've been a North Kingstown Skipper, except for the win against Hendricken at home a couple years ago.
Yeah, that was a big game, but
other than that,
just as big.
This is loud and this is just as important. Kenny skip pass, Lopez on the side to Smiley. Horn, Jamel Horn doing it all, going to the line for two.
Jamel Horn definitely came to play tonight with that swat earlier, that thunderous dunk.
Thunderous is an understatement. He went backdoor baseline over two guys, finished with two hands. I wish ESPN was here. We got the Pro Joe here, the independent, but that would be a play on SportsCenter, at least in the top 10 plays, Scotty. Stuart Scott would be impressed, I think. Horn's first free throw, no good. So a 19-11 Skipper lead, 2:24 to go in the first half. And you cannot understate the importance of this basketball game. The Skippers trying to prove they belong in the upper echelon of teams in this state. The rebound to Smiley, blocked by Akinarola. We've got ourselves a basketball game. Already back in the game for the Villanovans. Antoine Jones needs to do something. And the Skipper, faithful is alive, already looked to travel. He went out of bounds. Smiley picked it up, and Smiley got mugged. Skipper basketball. And Kenny will walk it up. You can feel the buzz, Scotty. I feel like I've chugged a couple Red Bulls here.
You feed off the crowd just like the players do.
That's right. Lopez, and you can see the players are so much more energized. They want this. Big Red turns and shoots and got it. The Skipper lead stretches to 10. Antoine Jones is limping and grabbing his hand. Jones has done literally nothing so far. Deep off the rim. Jones collects. He was out of bounds, still in the air, out of bounds when he caught it. He is nursing his right hand, Scotty.
Yeah, that probably affected that layup right there.
I don't think so. And amazing, 1:30 to go in the first half, and this potent Villanova offense with 11 points.
Less than 1 point per minute.
Is this the St. Louis Billikens? What are we watching here? Or just amazing Skipper's defense? Big Red turns and shoots again. Almost gets his own rebound, already comes down with it. Looking to push. He has the plant, pulls it back.
NK can't give them any transition buckets. They've done a good job so far, forcing them to play in the half court. Keep it up.
And Vasquez will set it back up. Swings it off to LaPlante. LaPlante's been by far their best player in the first half. He looked to travel, didn't. McEnroe tried to collect, couldn't. LaPlante, nice take to the rim.
Give credit to NK's defense so far, but they've missed a lot of bunnies and could easily be a tie basketball game at this point.
Right. And NK not exactly lighting it up either, only 21 points so far. Tough swing past Smiley. Back out to Kenny, he'll kill some clock, 22 to shoot, 30 on the half. Smiley goes baseline, swatted by Akinrola, no call, inexplicably. LaPlante, Jones thought about a three. LaPlante goes baseline, he's got space up and in. And a crucial run by the Villanovans to make this a basketball game at the half. I think the players thought Thomas wanted a timeout. He didn't. 7 to shoot, 5 to shoot. It's gonna be Kenny. 4, 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. Vasquez comes away with it, didn't get it off in time. It was not off in time, and a frantic final 10 seconds. The Skippers go to the locker room with a 21-15 lead after an exciting first half here from Lenore Cranston Gymnasium. We're back for the second half. 21-15 Skippers with the basketball. Just under 16 minutes to go here in the ball game. Good crisp ball movement early. Horn goes baseline, gets fouled.
Nice aggressive move by Jamel right off the bat, saying we're going right at him, and trying to get the big guy in foul trouble.
What did you see in the first half that we need more out of the Skippers in the second half, Scotty?
Toughness and defensive tenacity. That's what I saw in the first half.
Mason leading the way with 7 points. Izzo had 2, Jamel with 6, including an electrifying dunk and a big block. Big Red with 2, Will with 2, and Dom Anderson inside, bullied his way inside for 2 points. And on the Villanovan side of the basketball, LaPlante, the lanky athletic forward, had 10 points, and star guard Antoine Jones held to 0 points by Nate Izzo. So
good performance. Like you were mentioning earlier, it looked like he was holding his hand a little bit. That might affect your
He got
shooting.
banged up in that first play of the game at half court, so it's not like he's not going to play, but whether he's effective or not. There's LaPlante, who had 10 in the first half. Swings it back to Cotter, hands it off to Jones, dribbling with his left hand a lot, if you notice, actually, Scotty. Back up top, Cotter. In the corner, there's LaPlante, no good, long rebound. Cotter collects over Smiley.
Holding them to 1 shot per possession is going to be key in the second half.
Woonsocket with a lot of offensive rebounds, and they dominated the glass in the first half, so the Skippers need to get tough inside, contain Akinrola, contain LaPlante. Smiley, nice baseline drive, and he finishes.
Good play by Will. That's his patented move, right around the basket.
When Will Smiley gets baseline and gets space, he can go right up with it or go up and under. That's his move. You're exactly right. Don't give Will Smiley space, because if you do, he's already going to clear out some space of his own, so don't give him anything to start with. Carter thought about it, passed it up, hands it off to LaPlante. Tough shot, short, rebound Smiley.
Perfect example of how to limit them to 1 shot per possession.
Smiley brought the ball all the way up before giving off to Kenny. Horn in the corner. Back out Kenny. He'll set it up. An 8-point, 23-15 skipper lead. Antoine Jones, good pass up ahead. Vasquez. Izzo with the block. Nice swap by Izzo. Kenny has Smiley. He'll take it himself. Ackenroll is there. No call. Thomas wanted the block. Didn't get it. And Jones brings it back up. Scotty, are the Skippers going to be a victim of halftime, maybe slowing down any momentum they had at the end of the first half?
Hard to say. I would say right now that they're allowing to play the Woonsocket pace, though.
That's right.
They're playing a little more frantic.
First half, they were dictating the pace, and also the fans are out of it a little more now. Halftime mellowed them out a little bit as Ackenroll finishes.
The fans were really getting into it at the end of the first half.
Right.
Halftime break was a little cooling off period, but they're back at it here.
Horn, cross-court pass, Kenny. 3 on the way, Mason got it!
Mason hits threes. That's the X factor for NK.
And there's the Black Sea back in the game. All it takes is any play by Mason Kenny, and they get back into it. So the Skipper lead back to 9. I have the Black Sea in my mind. Mason Kenny clapping it up, trying to rally the troops, and the Skipper lead back to 9, 26-17. Just over 13 minutes to go here in the ball game. Vasquez back up top will plant. Jones swings at the Cotter. Cotter looking to get into Ackenrolla. Goes himself. Back out to LaPlante. And they're going to call a foul on Smiley. That's a tough call. Will stood his ground, might have grabbed at the ball, might have gotten some hand, but he held his ground for the most part. And LaPlante's first free throw, no good. LaPlante's second free throw is an air ball. And the ever classy Black Sea will let him know about it.
They just wanted to let him know what the term is when you miss the
That's
basket.
right. Oh, when I hit nothing, it's an air ball. Okay, right, got it. Good pass by Izzo into Big Red. An even better pass by Big Red. And LaPlante giving Jamel a taste of his own medicine. We don't see that often.
Great pass, but even better rejection.
2 great passes. And the Skipper lead stays at 9. Vasquez swings it to LaPlante. Vasquez up top, and he took steps. And the Skippers will get it back. Still a 26-17 Skipper lead. 12:27 to go here. Kenny will walk it up. We've played 20 minutes of basketball nearly, Scotty, and the Villanovans have not yet broken 20 points.
Yeah, got to give credit both to the NK defense, but also they haven't made a lot of the shots that they probably would normally make.
Star guard Antoine Jones still with 0 points.
And you mentioned earlier how this team can score in bunches, how they can get hot easily from 3.
Right.
So a 9-point game now could be a
Right.
3-point game in 30 seconds.
Coach Thomas was telling us before the game that against East Providence, Jones hit 3 threes in the last couple of minutes. So there's 9 points for you in a hurry. Vasquez in the corner, thought about it. Back up top, Cotter. Cotter over the top, Ackenroll, a good pass. And swatted by Horn, they're going to call the foul. Horn thought he had all ball. The Black Sea certainly thought he had all ball. The bench did as well, but all that matters is the rest opinion, and Ackenroll will go to the line for 2. Jamel Horn thought he had his second electrifying rejection, but he didn't. Ackenroll, his first free throw is good. And the Skipper lead now 26-18 as we're just under 12 minutes to go in the ballgame. Ackenroll, his second free throw, rims off. Horn with the rebound. Kenny will walk it up. Izzo on the wing.
Mason.
Jamel back up top, Mason. Scotty calling out for get Kenny the basketball. Izzo for 3. That would have gotten the crowd up. Good rebound, Smiley. Smiley clearing out space for himself. Telegraphed his pass, and Vasquez will take it the other way. Doesn't finish, LaPlante does.
That was a heck of a finish.
LaPlante could have dunked that, didn't. Laid it in above the rim. And just like that, the skipper lead is 6, and we have a defense chant out of the Woonsocket crowd. Good take by Big Dom.
That's Dom Anderson's move. Put your head down, go to the basket, off the glass.
Dom the cement truck hard to the hole. Vasquez thought about a 3, goes baseline, back off to Akinroll. Don't give him that look.
They're on a little roll here. NK's got to find an answer.
This game settling back into that frantic transition pace we saw in the first half. I think NK would want to avoid that pace.
I would think so as well. It's kind of surprising they haven't gone into the full court.
Kenny faked the 3. Good pass by Dom, and they're going to call steps on Mason.
It was either steps or a foul, but something had to be called.
Kenny briefly lost the ball, briefly lost control a little bit, and that's when he walked. And a timeout by Coach Thomas. The Skippers lead down to 6, 28-22. As we're under 11 to play here in the basketball game.
Wouldn't you say it's surprising that they haven't gone to the full court press?
Just like with East Providence, we expected them to press the whole game, especially with Mason Kenny out that game. Mason is back, but this is a team that likes to press for most of the game usually, and we haven't seen their press yet, not even in a couple times even a half-court press. So
now that you're without J.O.,
right.
You look to Cord has moved up to the first guy off the bench. Ryan Eaton's getting minutes now. Dom Anderson gets minutes. The depth is going to become more of a factor.
But Ryan's not going to be handling the basketball, so you've pretty much down to 2 primary ball handlers. Well, 1 primary ball handler, Mason, and then another ball handler in Cord Lopez. So you have pretty much 2 ball handlers on this basketball team.
Right.
And Tim Planu on the bench as well.
And like you were saying before, the last game, Cord is more of a shooting guard.
Right.
So, and Mason needs to stay out of foul trouble in every game this year.
Big 3 from Vasquez, air ball. And he's going to say it was a pass to LaPlante. I'd argue otherwise.
Does Charlie give him an assist for that?
I don't know Charlie's ways. I don't ask questions. I just let him keep the stats. Almost stolen. Kenny collects it. Kenny in trouble. And they're going to call a push-off on Kenny. We'll see that one on SportsCenter tomorrow, too, on the top 10 worst calls ever, Scotty.
I didn't see that. We don't have a good angle, but.
So, all right, nice. We got Jamel on SportsCenter for his dunk, and also that call from Mason for one of the worst calls ever. So, we're all over SportsCenter tomorrow. And there was no contact on Kenny's part, but the foul was still called. All of a sudden, a 2-point basketball game as Akinroll finishes.
You knew a team as good as Woonsocket would come after them in the second half.
And you're right, we talked about points in bunches. Smiley answers.
Huge answer there by Smiley. The momentum going toward Woonsocket, and K needed a bucket.
Vasquez working on Kenny, calling out signals. Gives it off. Jones still yet to score. Entry pass Akinroll. I don't see why they wouldn't go to him right now. He's dominating inside. Back out Jones, no space to shoot. Good D by Cord. With Izzo on the bench, Cord Lopez doing a great job on Antoine Jones. Jones working on Lopez, tries to go to the rim, and there are the first points for star guard Antoine Jones. He moves very similar to the way we used to see Mason moving and the way he gets to the basket. Kenny, a big 3 on the way, short, well short. Collected by Smiley, rolls off. And Woonsocket with a chance to tie the basketball game here. LaPlante looking to do that, does it. And Coach Thomas with a much-needed timeout. The Woonsocket faithful going bonkers, and the Black Sea is silent. Low tide right now in Black Sea territory, Scotty. Fans getting a little restless. What's the recipe to get this game back on track?
Well, you knew that a good team like Woonsocket's going to come out in the second half and make a run and get it into a game. Now we have a tie ball game, and it's up to NK to keep doing what they were doing, playing tough defense. They knew Woonsocket was going to shoot the ball better, and they have this half. It's up to Mason to hit some shots and Cord from the perimeter. You need Horn, Smiley, Peterson inside to put up some points. And Anderson needs to be physical and get some rebounds.
And hard to hear yourself think. I can barely even hear you talk over the Villanova faithful over there, belting out a "Let's Go Novans" chant. I would like a response from the Skippers, but they've done their job tonight. Can't get on them at all. They've been good.
When your team's undefeated, it's easy to travel with them. Doesn't take much loyalty.
It's true. Let's just say the weather is fair, Scotty. And
8.5 to go. This is as big as it gets for NK.
a tie basketball game. Michael LaPlante with 16 points already for the Villanovans. Antoine Jones just into the scoring column with his first basket a couple possessions ago. He now has 2 points. Smiley tries to go baseline. Good pass into Horn. He's swarmed. Smiley back up top. Kenny thought about a three. Had Lopez for a second. Smiley into Horn. And there's the call. Came a little late, but it's there.
The intensity defensively for Woonsocket has definitely picked up in this half.
The intensity in this arena, back where it was in the first half. And 2 big free throws coming for Jamel Horn. We are tied at 30, 8:17 to go. Horn's first free throw up and good. And the Skippers get the lead back. Horn's second free throw, no good. Rebound LaPlante. That kid can hop. Jones trying to get the lead for the first time for the Villanovans. Yet to lead in this basketball game. And they're going to call the foul on the floor on Kenny. It's on Lopez. It's Cord's second. And the foul is on the floor. 5 team fouls on the Skippers already. Out to Vasquez, working on Kenny, thought about a three. Skipped it to LaPlante, up and over the top to Akinrola. Smiley got him with the hand. And the Skipper big men are going to face a big test down the stretch here against Akinrola, who's been phenomenal so far.
Coach Thomas is pointing out the foul differential, 6 for NK and only 2 for Woonsocket in a game that's been very physical on both ends.
You can also credit NK for being aggressive, but they have to control themselves a little bit. Akinrola tries to give them the lead, no good. Smiley collects for the Skippers, Kenny will bring it up. 6 rebounds now for Will Smiley, and here comes the Black Sea. Oh, and the fan sections are battling. You gotta love it. Kenny, good dish to Big Red, and he finishes. That is why you need Mason Kenny, Scotty. Jones working on Lopez, crosses him up, swings it to Cotter. Cotter back up top, Akinrola. Good job by Horn on him. Vasquez, tough shot. LaPlante could not tip it in this time, and another rebound for Will Smiley, his 7th. The Skippers lead this game 33-30, just under 7 minutes to go. Lopez had a look, passed it up, cross court, Kenny. Big
That's
three on the way, got it!
Oh, let's go, Mason! Let's go!
Mason Kenny says, get on my back. Let's win the basketball game.
Just doubled the lead for NK up to 6. with
13
6 to
points
go.
now for Mason Kenny. Big shot from the big gun, Mason Kenny. Out of control by LaPlante. Here come the Skippers looking to push the lead to 8 or 9. Kenny off to Lopez, big three on the way, got it!
Oh, baby!
And Lenore Christian Gymnasium is going wild, and a timeout will bring this place to pandemonium level. The fans are up. They're saying, let's go. And a travel call.
Good hustle by Jamel.
Jamel goes to the floor and they call it travel. That call goes either way.
Crowd's feeding off it.
And Cord gets a nice ovation after hitting a big three.
Three-point shooting's been big for NK. Mason's
a couple big threes this half.
Cord's hit one.
And I would think Woonsocket's going to look to Antoine Jones. Blocked by Big Red. Izzo collects. Looking to push the lead to double digits, Scotty. Where did this come from?
We talked about how Woonsocket could be dangerous from three. NK has been.
A big three from Kenny again. Got it! Mason Kenny! Mason Kenny!
Woonsocket calls the TO!
And this place is going nuts!
Oh, this is rocking!
Oh, baby!
Oh, baby!
This place is out of control right now! Mason Kenny with 3 threes in the last 2 minutes. And Scotty mixing a Cord Lopez three. And you've got a 12-point skipper lead. 42-30 here, under 6 to go in the ball game. I am overwhelmed.
Like we were saying, we talked about Woonsocket's shooting to get them in the game, but it's been NK that's taken a tie ball game to a 12-point lead.
How about 4 threes in the last 2 minutes?
Huge.
A 12-0 run for the Skippers after the Villanovans tied at 30. And can you say the response of a state championship caliber basketball team? How about the Skippers showing what they're made of?
Definitely. Feeding off the home crowd. The crowd kind of brought them back to life when they'd given up the lead. It was a tie game. All of a sudden the crowd gets loud and NK gets on fire from three.
Mason Kenny with 4 assists this half to go along with his 3 for 3 shooting from long range, Scotty. 9 points this half, 16 points for Kenny. This place is alive and well. Lenore Krantz Gymnasium has never been better, Scotty. And Jones brings it up. Cotter getting ridiculed for his mohawk. All is well in Skipper Nation. Jones working on Izzo. Cotter trying to get his team back in the basketball game. This game was tied at 30 before a huge 12-0 Skipper run. LaPlante airballs it. That's just going to fuel the Skipper fire. Smiley all the way to the rim, uncontested. You can count it.
Coast to coast goes Will Smiley.
The Skippers are unstoppable right now, Scotty. They'll give you a 3 from the outside. They'll give you a 3 from the inside like Will Smiley's about to show. What can this team not do right now?
They're on a roll, and with that, the momentum grows, the confidence grows, and for Woonsocket, they lose confidence.
And Smiley misses the free throw badly, but it does not matter.
You could see on the last 3 from Woonsocket, the air ball, just when you're down by 14 in a big game, the basket shrinks.
The Skippers on a 14-0 run here, Scotty, and Jones trying to get his team back in the game. There's Antoine Jones, hello.
And now they're going to the full court pressure.
Just under 5 to go, this game's not over. Smiley trying to get by Cotter, and Cotter uses the arm. Smiley's fouled. And that's the 4th team foul on the Novans. Kenny takes the ball in the backcourt. The Skippers holding on to an 11-point, 44-33 lead. Kenny off the horn, no call. Already collects, off to Jones. Jones trying to take over this basketball game. You can see it in his eyes.
They need a bucket here.
They do.
Get it under double digits.
Jones wants to shoot it. There it is. And there's Antoine Jones. We talked about him filling it up in a hurry. There's 5 points in 30 seconds. And Coach Thomas calls a timeout.
And now is when NK needs to give the ball to Mason and let him create for the team. Either take the open shot or get the guy inside an open look.
Right now he has a chance. He can shoot a 3 if he gets an open look. If not, the guy's probably going to jump 4 feet in the air if Mason uptakes from deep, Scotty. So we'll see. Mason's got a lot of options. 7 now for Antoine Jones after a scoreless first half. LaPlante stuck on 16. Mason Kenny also with 16. And the 5 points from Antoine Jones in the last 2 Woonsocket possessions cut into a 14-0 Skipper run after the game had been knotted up at 30 with just over 8 minutes to go. And the Lenore Cranston Gymnasium was going absolutely nuts. And everybody has been up since that second Mason Kenny 3. The fans have been up the entire time. And look for it to continue as the game continues. Does Woonsocket stay in the press here to finish the game out?
I would think you would have to.
Right.
I don't know why they haven't done it. I'm a fan of the press in any close game, especially when you have athletes on your team.
Why do teams always choose to press NK later on in games as opposed to the first half?
It's like they get desperate.
Right.
And that's all they can do.
Yeah.
And it turns out to be too little too late.
Right. If you're going to press, I say press early and often. Kenny trying to get by Artie.
Thank goodness we have Mason Kenny to handle the pressure tonight.
We're down to one primary ball handler on this basketball team. So you talk about an injury to Mason Kenny. We saw a taste of it with the sickness last game. It would be devastating. This team, Mason Kenny is the engine that makes this team go. As Brian Pernicone said, Kenny thought about a 3, pulled it back, kill some clock here, still have 30 to shoot. Trying to get by Artie, by Jones, pulls up, tries to use the glass, rims out. And Woonsocket down by just 9 to give the ball to the right guy, Antoine Jones. Trying to get by Izzo. Almost loses the basketball. Already collected it. LaPlante up top. Big 3 from Connor on the way. No good. Kenny out alone. Already chasing. Kenny gets hammered. He'll go to the line for 2. And Mason can push the Skipper lead back up to double digits here with these free throws. Kenny's first free throw, no good. A rare miss from Mason. And this free throw can still give him a double-digit lead, and it does. 10-point lead for the Skippers, 45-35, 3:37 to go. And it's do or die for Woonsocket on this possession, Scotty. Big 3 from Jones, no good. Long rebound goes to Izzo. Big stop for the Skippers. Izzo forced the pass, and LaPlante cuts it to 8. Costly turnover for the Skippers. That's why Mason Kenny needs to handle the basketball. As I say that, Smiley brings it up by Cotter. Big right in the corner, thought about it, brings it back out. Smiley back out, Kenny. Skippers up by 8. 45-37, going under 3 minutes in the ball game. Smiley gets the ball stripped, no call. Cotter, and it'll still be Novin basketball. Six-team fouls apiece. The next foul from either team will put the other team shooting a 1-1 in the bonus for the rest of the game. Izzo's got Jones. Trying to make something happen. Artie almost lost the ball out of bounds. Into LaPlante. He traveled. And that's a costly turnover for Woonsocket.
Here comes the press.
And their press forced a turnover last time.
Get Mason the ball. They do.
There they go. Mason just lowers the shoulder right by Artie, and Artie gets called the block.
That's where Mason's combination of speed and strength, real tough for the defense to stop him. And free throws are going to be the key down the stretch.
Kenny 1 for 1 on the night from the line. First free throw up and good. Skipper lead back up to 9. 18 points for Mason Kenny. It's an 10-point basketball game.
So he had 27 2 games in a row. Then he's out for the flu, and he comes back with 19 to go here tonight with 2.5 to go.
Kid knows how to play. Tough drive by LaPlante. Gets his own rebound. I thought you couldn't pass to yourself, Scotty. 20 points now for Michael LaPlante. Cuts the skipper lead to 8. Smiley had Mason on the cut. Nice cut by Mason.
Real nice usage of the left hand. Avoid the contact, make the bucket.
Jones all the way to the rim, and he finishes.
That was like the parting of the Red Sea right there. Not good transition defense.
And do not count the Novans out yet. Jones can fill it up in a hurry. Still 2 minutes to go in this basketball game, and Woonsocket only trails by 8 points, 49-41. So Izzo needs to do a good job containing Jones here in the final couple minutes and let someone else beat you. And it's a full timeout here as the skipper's up by 8. Scotty, what's the one key for the skippers to finish out this big victory?
Toughness.
It's still toughness.
Toughness on the backboards, toughness with the ball. You know Woonsocket's going to come after you, try and get turnovers, try and get second chance opportunities. We got to limit them to one shot. We got to hold on to the ball, take care of it, no turnovers, and make our foul shots.
And you agree, let someone else beat you, right? Not Antoine Jones.
Right. Force guys like the skunk to knock down the triple.
The skunk. There's a flattering nickname. Kenny had Horn up ahead, takes it himself. Big Red. Money in the bank for Big Red. Skipper lead back to 10, and the Black Sea can smell victory. Jones almost loses it. That's 5 assists this half for Mason Kenny. Doing it all. LaPlante thought about it, pass it to Ackenroll. Gets both guys in the air. Back to 8. It's not going to do much good for Woonsocket if they keep cutting it to 8. Eventually going to run out of time here. Big Red pushing it up, looking for Mason. There he is. 1:15 to go.
They got to start to foul soon.
And you don't want to foul Mason Kenny. Coach Thomas didn't like what he saw, called a timeout. 14 to shoot for the Skippers when they get the ball back after the timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout for Coach Thomas as his team is up 51-43 here, just over a minute to go in the ball game.
You knew NK would need a team effort tonight to get the win. Balanced scoring, team effort for sure.
And oh yeah, Mason Kenny's back. 21 points for Mason Kenny, 14 of those coming in this second half, including 3 huge three-pointers in a span of 2 minutes. Sparked a huge 14-0 Skipper run that increased the 30-all ball game up to 44-30 in favor of the Skippers, and it has been all Skippers since then. And they've done a good job holding leads all year, and no lead will be bigger to hold than this one. Smiley to inbound. Into Big Red. Big Red gets fouled by LaPlante. Good job Woonsocket fouling one of the big guys.
It's going to come down to foul shooting.
Especially with Antoine Jones on the other end, a kid who can hit the 3 ball, get to the hole, fill it up in a hurry. Got to hit him from the stripe, Scotty. Especially after their struggles recently, especially against East Providence last game. Brad's first free throw, no good off the front rim. Rebound LaPlante. We talked about free throw shooting. The free throws have to go down.
They don't necessarily need a 3, but they need a bucket.
And a costly turnover for Woonsocket. Vasquez just let the ball get away. And Big Red foul again. And it'll be Brad Pearson back at the line. Big Red trying to ice this one for the Skippers. We have 45 seconds to go here. And still an 8-point, 51-43 Skipper lead. First free throw, no good again. Ackenroll with the rebound. Woonsocket desperately needs a bucket here. You'd think they would look to Antoine Jones. All the way to the hoop. Ooh, Woonsocket basketball. Could have gone either way. Not even looking to Antoine Jones. Vasquez took it himself. Into LaPlante. He'll go to the line for 2. And Woonsocket will be in the bonus the rest of the way. That is the 7th skipper team foul. And the skippers can smell it, Scotty. It's within reach. And LaPlante to the line, shooting 2. His first free throw's up and good. Second free throw good by LaPlante. Smiley fouled right away by Cotter. And the skippers will be in the double bonus the rest of the way. They'll shoot 2. Artie replaces Cotter. He's back in the game. Harmon comes out. And Artie back into the basketball game here after talking things over with his coach. And Smiley to go to the line for 2 here with the skippers up by 7, 51-44. Smiley's first free throw off the glass and in. He called glass, right, Scotty? I heard it. And the second free throw short. Overcompensated, got his own rebound. Off to Big Red, but he was fouled before that. He'll go right back to the line. And the skippers lead it 52-44. 30 seconds to go here. And the Woonsocket fans have quieted down a little bit. Smiley's first free throw, no good. Not pleased with himself. He had a tough time last game shooting free throws.
Yeah, disappointed with last games from the line. Went 8 of 19. There we go. That's the stroke Will knows.
And the skipper lead back up to 9 points. 30 seconds to go. Is under the floor for the steal. Antoine Jones trying to get to the basket. Horn with the steal. That should just about do it, Scotty. The skipper fans know it. And the inevitable overrated chant. I love it.
Not only maybe Woonsocket may be overrated, there's certainly no Patriots. But maybe
right.
NK's a little underrated.
So your Giants-Patriots analogy.
Or maybe this just
I
gets
don't know.
to the Giants.
I don't know.
I
doubt it, Scotty. Dare to dream. Kenny's free throw is good. 22 now for him. Second free throw also good. Skipper lead up to 11. And the Woonsocket coach called for a tee, Scotty. A little fired up late here.
I don't know exactly what happened, but getting a technical, I don't know what that's about.
That's just salt in the wound here. Your team's down by 11. 20 seconds left. Tough loss on the road.
Obviously not used to losing.
Kenny misses the free throw. He needs the guys lined up on the side.
Yeah, that must be it. He's not used to being so lonely over there.
And there's the second free throw. And the skipper lead goes to 12. 56-44. A really solid defensive effort from the skippers tonight. 44 points that held Woonsocket to a potent Woonsocket offense. Smiley goes to the floor, still giving his body up late in the game. And Artie's shaking up a little bit. Classic move by Nate Izzo helping him up. And they're going to call it on Will going to the floor. And we still love Woonsocket ringing out, but The scoreboard says otherwise, Scotty. And the Woonsocket fans still pretty lively, hard to understand.
I wish I understood what they were saying.
I guess they speak a different language up there, different part of the state.
Give credit to Mason Kenny.
And Mason Kenny gets a much-deserved standing ovation. That kid deserves his props. What a big-time effort by a big-time player. Scotty Andrews giving the standing O. And I'd say he's pretty much got player of the game locked up. And Medeiros, Ryan Eaton, and Dom Manderson into the game for the Skippers. And there'll be no threes tonight from Mark, but still good to see him out there. They're gonna call it on Ryan. Attaboy Ryan filling up a stat sheet, making the most of his time in the game.
You can feel the excitement in the gym. They know what kind of a win this is for NK.
And I'd say we've got the Black Sea on board for the rest of the year, Scotty. This win won them over. It's been an up and down relationship. That's right.
They've been 4-0.
Since Scotty Andrews predicted right here on this station, NK18, the Skippers run the table. They have been 4-0, so don't doubt Scotty Andrews. Mark Medeiros with the rebound. Going up and getting it. Look at the hops from Medeiros. And Medeiros will dribble it out. Off to Anderson, and the Skippers hold on for an enormous 56-44 lead. The fans storm the court. We haven't seen